Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first game of a lot of games we will have in the Age of Empires 2 Hidden Cup. Hidden Cup is a tournament that includes 12 of the best players. It starts off with 4 different qualifiers that are best of 5s. All players are called Hidden Cup something. So we have Hidden Cup 9 here in the green playing as the Celts. And in the blue we have Hidden Cup 8 playing as the Mayans. It is up to you guys to try and determine who these people are throughout this 3-day event. And then at the end, we will find out who the identities are. Game 1 is always Arabia. It is free civilization pick. So that means Celts and Mayans were chosen here by these players. And they cannot re-choose a civilization during that best of 5 or best of 7. Now, I should say that the qualifiers are also done at random. So the reason I have a qualifying day, which is today, is because I wanted to incorporate more than just 8 people. So to do that, we had to have a random qualifier. So 4 people at random were sent forward to the quarterfinals tomorrow. And then the 8 players that are playing today are trying to get into the quarters. So it's not completely fair for that, but we needed to get more people than just 8. So this is brand new to me. You know, I haven't casted calling anyone hidden anything before. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited for this event, and I think you guys are excited as well to try and guess and determine who the players are. So we have Celts versus Mayans. This is kind of a classic matchup. Let's look at the maps here. And for Hidden Cup 9, we have a forward stone and a forward main gold. This is going to be very important to lock down. If you wall this off, then it'll be good for you, I think, or good for him. But it's going to be tough to do that. Celts are a civilization known for going for a drush or an early barracks, so we might be seeing that now. Berries are in a safe position. We could see some walling between these wood lines as well, so if he gets that up, he'll like that, I'm sure. But I do feel like the golds and the stone positions are not perfect for him. You look at Hidden Cup number 8, who must not be MBL, because Hidden Cup number 8 did not go out in a lane. A nice back wood line. The stone here will be very important for Mayans. Both of the stones are on the left-hand side. It's so important to get to those plumed archers. And the main gold is, look, I mean, it could be awkward, but I think he can work with that if he builds out in front, which he's now doing. So there will be a lot of questions about this event because it's brand new. I will do my best to catch up with all of you and answer those questions throughout the day, most of which I will probably respond to in between games, but since this is the first game and I know that I'll be uploading this whole best of 5 to YouTube, I think I'll answer more rather than less. So I'm not going to introduce them as their colors, because in each and every set, players might have the same colors. Players could choose yellow, as I said, or choose green to try and fake as if they're a certain player. So we're not going to introduce them with colors. They will be using the same account for the whole event. So if you see Hidden Cup number 8 here, and it seems like Daut to you, then you can remember that going into the quarters and the semis, but you won't know for sure. And all the player identities will be revealed after the event is finished, okay? So that means on Sunday, after the live semis and finals, I will reveal who the players were. And also throughout the event, you guys have an opportunity to do lots of voting on who you think the players are. So after we do a few games here between these two, I'm going to put up a poll just to see what you guys might think about the players. So, Hidden Cup number 9 is here, and he's going for, looks to be man-at-arms. He made the militia rather early, maybe expecting his opponent to drush. His opponent is actually drushing, he just has not run out yet. So Hidden Cup number 8 needs to get over there. Oh, and he's stealing some sheep. So is this MBL? MBL confirmed? I know that Liereyy likes to choose green, so maybe Hidden Cup number 9 is Liereyy. It could be lots of people. I don't think either of their bases are all that great. And Hidden Cup number 8, you know what? I think he might have seen the militia here, expected them to come in, so he's playing defensive with this. And perhaps not expecting his opponent to be advancing to feudal age, going for 4 man-at-arms. Okay. Well, when you go for a drush, you want to be on the offensive because you're still in Dark Age. You want to delay your opponent. That has not happened here. So I like the position for Hidden Cup 9. Now here he comes. He sees the berries. That's always a great area to hit. You see the Man-at-Arms upgrade on the way. And this is where our blue player will want to fight this off as soon as possible. And you see Hidden Cup 9 running because he doesn't want to lose any HP before he gets his Man-at-Arms upgrade. Vils are going to have to reposition now. Might need some quick walls. Yep, there's a gate. So, slam confirmed, right? And Hidden Cup 8 is making more militia. Definitely seems to be taken off guard by this. When he saw the early militia from a green player, he got flustered. He went back, and now he's making more at home. He has to fight with Vils. This is not a strong start for blue. And this is oh so good for Hidden Cup number 9. He's going to get a Vil pick here. He's also walling up at home, so he's buying himself so much time, and this trade is just extremely strong to start this off. So many idle villagers as well for blue. And you see more units going down for him now. Oh my goodness, this is a disaster of a start for Hidden Cup 8. And this is a fantastic start for Hidden Cup 9. Just look at the Vil differences now. Goodness, so many Vils went down there. And more Men-at-Arms are coming forward as well. At least one more. Yeah, just one more, I guess, before the archers are added. That disrupts the plan entirely for Hidden Cup number 8. He's now building the archery range, so he'll mix in a few archers. But as you can see here, skirmishers already coming out for green, so he's prepared for this. And Celts, they do a fantastic job with their man-at-arms. They do a fantastic job with their skirmishers and archers behind that because they chop so much wood. And wow, look at the scout micro here. A spear coming out now from blue. Just to pick off this scout if he can get it. But the man-at-arms are having none of that. So what do you think, Twitch chat? I mean, it's going to be very different. It's going to be very different for me. It's going to be very different for you. This whole event is supposed to be different. But what are your thoughts on what I call them? I think I should roll with Hidden Cup 8 and Hidden Cup 9. I could just call them 8 or 9 to shorten it. Also, can you tell me how is the game sound? Game sound seems pretty good? Seems pretty level? Or is it too quiet? Because I did have to... There were a few audio issues ahead of the beginning of the stream. Game sound quiet. Okay, so I'm going to bump this up a bit. And that might be a bit better. If not, I can adjust it. So it was so quiet you couldn't hear it. Oh, gotcha. Well, what I can do is actually boost this real quick. We'll fix it. Sorry, I didn't realize that was an issue. I thought all the audio settings would be consistent from my main section of OBS and my Hidden Cup section of OBS, but apparently not. So that should be a bit better. We can fix it on the fly throughout the day. And this start could not be better again for Hidden Cup number 9. Look at the value he's gotten out of his man-at-arms. Some incredible value here. These two are still weak, but they're still destroying players, and it seems like Hidden Cup 8 is just on tilt now. And he really needs the villagers involved because he's added archers, and those archers will be countered by the skirms, so green is just going to focus down as many archers as possible. Really well played. You know, I would kind of give Mayans the edge here. You would think that Mayans would have the stronger early game, and if they got to lots of crossbows and plumes, that they could beat Celts with their mobility and range. And Celts normally get stronger then later on in the Imperial Age if they're able to boom up a lot, but that has not happened. Now, luckily, his Eagle Warrior will help out Hidden Cup number 8, but Hidden Cup number 9 arrives with a few archers now, and that Eagle will not offer too much protection. So guys, let's roll with this game sound, because keep in mind that this is just Feudal Age. I've streamed long enough to know that if the sound's kind of low in Dark Age and Feudal Age, it's not a bad thing, because once it gets to Imp in a game, it'll be very, very loud. So I don't want to make it too loud. Again, I apologize about that. We had a few hiccups, but we're good to go. And this is where blue can probably stabilize a little bit, but the damage has been done. He's lost a few villagers. Now he needs to hope that he can maybe get to Eagle Warriors and force the Celt player into Knights. And that farmer is dead, so that's 3 total villager losses for Hidden Cup number 8. And let's look at the economy for green. Looking pretty solid here, guys. But I'll be honest, He has a little bit more military, but the military's not offering all that much right now. Like, this is a good engagement for blue. Getting an archer pick off. He'll pick off the man-at-arm now, so it's not bad. And maybe if he hits Castle Age faster, he'll be able to get a few eagles mixed in with his archers. And he'll be good. He just needs to keep an eye on this army. He was close to losing a villager there, and it's not going to happen. So, wow, look at this. He really has stabilized. The Castle Age time's almost identical. Now, players might have some type of a guess because of ping. They might have some type of a guess. So, let's say, for example, Hidden Cup 9 is Slam, who's in Canada. And then Hidden Cup 8 is Vivi, who's in China. We won't know until later on in this tournament. So let's just say, for example, Slam's going to see that the ping is higher for the Chinese guy, and he's going to assume he's probably Chinese. However, there's more than one Chinese player, so there's Mr. Yo and there's Vivi. Then there's a large section of European players. So you have like the secret guys, MBL. So you might be able to tell when someone's in Europe, but you don't know exactly who they are. And also, the other thing is, sure, you even if you figure out exactly who they are somehow, you won't have the time to prepare. So for any other tournament, you would have the time to prepare. You would know that you're playing Viper in a week. You need to train based off how Viper plays. You need to prepare civs that could counter how Viper plays. And that goes for all of this. So even if you do have a good guess, immediately you're not going to have that time to mentally prepare yourself and strategize. I do not know who's playing. There are no spoilers for me. I do not know who's playing. So I'll be casting this blind just like you guys. This will be a lot of fun. And now Crossbow Bodcanero on the way for Hidden Cup number 9. He's kind of trapped in here. And I just heard the stable go up for him. So he's going to try and mix in a few knights. There's going to be 2 stable knights coming forward. He really needs to wait for his knights to arrive. But blue does need to wait for the eagle upgrade to come in. And this is some good value again. I think the Celt player's in such a stronger position now. He can add TCs behind this. Again, Celts, they can boom up so easily. So it's really up to Hidden Cup number 8, especially with all the hills he has where he can't build TCs. It's really up to him now, I think, to push back. Because he's pretty far behind. The man-at-arms attack was just devastating from Hidden Cup 9. And in come the knights now, and the micro is exceptional with the crossbows. And with the knights here, with 1 defense upgrade, he should be able to hold this hill. Now, everything has gone right for our green player in this game, and this could be a short first game. Because look at the villa difference, look at the army difference. Usually, there's no coming back from this. But this is game 1 in a best of 5. And blue doesn't want to give it up just yet. He's building a 4th barracks now. But will pure eagles be enough here? Sure, Celts don't have the best knights, but they're still knights. This has been dominant play from whoever this is. Hidden Cup number 9. Very strong play. So you'll want to keep in mind just what the style looks like. How dominant the person has been, so you guys at home can try and guess who the players might be. I'm just thinking now, surely there's no way for our blue player. We have 3 TCs soon for green. And look at the positioning. Well, we'll find out soon enough if blue can bring this back. He needs to make pure eagles. He can't really tech switch now. He can't even go for a monk or 2. Normally players would add a monastery, but you can't go for a monk when your opponent has kept these crossbows alive. 41 kills and 17 deaths. And already, lots of people in the chat saying this has to be Liereyy. This has been so dominant. This has to be Liereyy. Plus, Liereyy does like his green color. So maybe I'll do a poll for this after this game so you guys can tell me what you think. There's nothing wrong with trying to guess. It's what the whole tournament's about, right? And let's see. Again, lack of bloodlines on knights is normally an issue, but green taking advantage of this hill time and time again. So this is the first best of 5, which is a qualifier. We will have a second best of 5. We will have a third best of 5. We will have a 4th best of 5 today. And tomorrow, we will have 4 more best of 5s. We'll have the winners from today versus the guys who were given that bye week. Or that bye day, I guess. And then the final will be the semis, which are best of 5. And the final, which is a best of 7. Now, these crossbows, they've been valiant servants to the cause. However, they are probably going to get chewed up now. But question is, does that really matter with such a big Vil lead? I don't think so, and he sees the score difference now. Hidden Cup calls the Hidden Cup 8, calls the GG. He knows that Green has to have a lot of economy behind this. He knows he's only on 1 TC, and there's just no way that you can push Celts when they have that many more villagers over you. And that game came down to the way the Man-at-Arms build went. So I'm going to try and explain this. Normally, you'll see players build their barracks after around the time they click up the feudal age, and then they make 3 militia, right? Now, what happened here was 2 of the 3 militia were made while Green was in Dark Age, and then Blue encountered that, and he's thinking, oh god, he's going to drush me. So he came back with his drush, and in reality, it was a Man-at-Arms rush coming forward. So that's a really interesting build to trick your opponent. So something was hidden in the strategy there for Hidden Cup number 9. Because otherwise, had Blue known that Green was on the way to feudal age, he would have ran forward with his militia and tried to distract and get a little bit of map control. But he did not get any map control, and that is game 1. Alright, so Hidden Cup 9 gets the victory in game 1. We're going to move along here to game 2 in a bit. I'm going to go over all the settings for people because we've got a big spike in viewers throughout the first game. So let's bounce out here. I'm going to update the brackets, or the scoreboard rather. And we have TheViper, MBL, Slam, Daut, Tatoh, Liereyy, Nicov, Vivi, Yo, Riut, Fire, and Miguel as the players for this event. So I don't know who they were, but it was one of those 12. And as you can see, game 1 was Arabia. Game 2 will be game 1 loser's home map. So that means whoever Hidden Cup 8 is, he gets to choose what we do next. Which is... Oh my god! What in the... That shouldn't be happening! Yo guys, I gotta double check that. I should have all alerts silent. I had all my alerts fixed, or so I thought. Thank you for the donation, YOLO. I need to check my alert box real quick. That's really weird. You know what I think it is? I think I could fix it 1 second. I think everything $5 and up will have no audio, but the... Yeah, I gotta eliminate the sound and the text-to-speech for the other ones. This should be an easy fix. Cool. All right, so let's look at the brackets now, just to give you an idea. Of course, this is the beginning of stages, so you can see Hidden Cup 9 is 1 win. This is the best of 5. We'll be seeing all the other Hidden Cup players today. You can see the quarters, which will be tomorrow, and then the final day will be the semis and the grand final. Also, the map pool. So these are the maps that the players have to choose from. We already saw Arabia. Will we see a water map next, or will we see a lands map? Some players are more confident. Some players are more... some players just prefer water maps, right? You have to play to your comfort level. You have to play to your strengths. So perhaps we can guess who these players are based off what the next map is. What I want to do before we get this started, I'm going to move on to the prize pool there to give you guys a refresher on what the prize pool is for this event. It's actually... Well, thank you for the test. Why is this happening? My bad, guys. And these bits are one... I need to test this. I need to fix this. As you can see, the subs there is silent, right? That should be good. Bits also silent. I have to test this, my friends. I'm sorry. Let's try this one more time. Actually, I think only $1. Can I ask you guys to not donate $1 to me? If you're going to contribute, you're going to have to contribute more than that. You're going to have to contribute more than that. Here, I think I could fix it. All right, cool. Let's do a poll. Do you guys want to do a poll and try and guess who Hidden Cup number 9 is already? I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me pull up the poll system behind the scenes here. Yes. Okay, cool. So guys, there's been so much going on already today. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to vote on who Hidden Cup number 9 was, because Hidden Cup number 9 was the winner of the first game, and he played really well. So I'm not going to do this after every game, but just to give you an idea, there you go. So who do you think Hidden Cup number 9 is? 1 is TheViper, 2 is MBL, 3 is Slam, 4 is Daut, 5 is Tatoh. You can see all the options there of all the 12 players we have. So please, please, please get your votes in. I'm curious to see what you guys think. A lot of Liereyy votes. A lot of Liereyy votes. You have 40 seconds to get your votes in there, guys. Zappin, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. Lots of resubs coming in. I love you all. I'm not going to be able to shout you out individually and read the messages right now because we have to keep the action going. Kobe with gifted subs on gifted subs. Thank you, Kobe. And good morning, man. A GSP, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the gifted subs. Welcome, everybody, to what will be a fantastic event. So, 40% of the chat here seems to think that Hidden Cup 9 was Liereyy. Well, you guys want to find out? You guys want to find out and see game number 2? I think we should do that. We'll move along here in a second. Hidden Cup number 9 winning 1-0 right now. Okay, so this is an open casting tournament, and apparently there's someone else who wants to get involved, so we're going to wait a couple minutes, I think, to get them in here for game number 2. I'm told game number 2 is Baltic, so there's a little spoiler there for you on the map. I feel like lots of players could choose Baltic. This is the map pool yet again if you want to look at it. Zupaman says, if it's water map, it is fire. Well, fire loves his water. He is the master of islands, after all. So maybe. T90 official, do we know who's who? No, that's the beauty of the event. We do not know who's who until Sunday afternoon. How are the people chosen who went immediately to round 2? Laminin, that was done at random. So the reason I have that bye for 4 players is because we wanted to accommodate more people. So it had nothing to do with their placement. So it doesn't matter where you're rated on Voobly or how high you were compared to the other players. It was done at random. And that was to accommodate more players. Where's Dave? Dave will be here on Sunday, the final day. Also, Zero Empires will be stopping by. I should promote the prediction contest, guys. So we have 2 different ways to join in on the prediction contest. If you type !prediction, you can see it. There is a bracket contest. I actually don't have a screen share option on this set of overlays. So if you type !prediction, you'll see a link. I'm sure one of the mods can spam the link because, as you know, the command has a cooldown. And if you go there, you can try and predict the bracket. Now, when you're trying to predict the bracket, you will not know who they are. So it is purely a guessing game. You can only predict the bracket today, and then that section will be closed off. Top 3 placements will win a piece of T90 official merchandise, whether it's a T90 tree t-shirt or mug, whatever. There's lots of options. I can talk to you about it if you win. And then also on the final day, so after the event, so please make sure that you do not do this now. After the event concludes, if you are here, we will have a player identification portion where you can guess on who the players were. So, you know, as you watch every game, you can try and get an idea of who the people are. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. And holy cow, GSP, thank you, GSP. You sent a message to me like you weren't going to be able to stick around or something. Thank you for the gifted subs, man. Eldry says, so there's 8 players who have to play off and then 4 who get to quarters randomly. Correct. Yep, correct. And Rothmans, this is the first day of a 3-day event. Rainan, I do not have a public playlist, unfortunately, for the music I played, but I can maybe get it to you later on. So I will not be using team colors throughout the entire event, so whatever colors the players choose to use, they will give us an idea, or maybe trick us, as to who they are or aren't. GSP says he's off to bed. Ah, gotcha, dude, yeah. Have a restful sleep. Have a restful sleep. What if the players change colors? That's the crazy thing. What if the players change colors to tease us? That would be funny. Because I would choose yellow. If I were playing in this, I would choose yellow. For sure. Alright, I think we're going to get into the next match. So I think that some players will have more of an advantage or will do better in this tournament because they don't know who they're facing, right? And for that reason, I would probably try and scare my opponent by picking yellow. Wouldn't it be funny if I was up against Viper then, but... Alright, let's do this. So, I've answered the same questions a bunch of times. We have more and more people coming in. What's up, everybody? Twitch chat. Can I see a bunch of salutes, please? Welcoming everybody to the stream and to the event. Welcome, everybody. We're getting into Game 2 here. So I'm told Game 2, there was a bit of a drop 3 to 4 minutes in. So I figured we're just going to get into the game because 3 to 4 minutes doesn't really mean much in Age of Empires game time. So we're going to bounce right into game number 2 between HiddenCup 8 and 9. But yes, please, if you know the answer to questions people are asking... Oops, I know what mistake I made. If you know the answer to questions people are asking, please answer them. Just spread the love if you can. Because this is different. This is different. We're going to get our game now. Drop must be Nicov. Drop must be Nicov. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Well, hold on a second. Hey, Robo. We're having an issue with this game. This game, you know, technology, right? We're so spoiled now with all the amazing streams we have, but the game is still an old game. Let me reach out to my admin here. So today, all the games for today were played about a week and a half ago, and we have them all in order for you. I am not spoilered. So the idea is that we can get potentially 20 games in, all within one day. And the only way to do that is to have those games played ahead of time. Okay, so we're going to start in single player mode here behind. This is the one recorded game, which is kind of the problematic game. And boom, perfect. We are in the game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of the first qualifier for the Hidden Cup. So all of this will be going to YouTube as one single VOD. This whole best of 5 will be going to YouTube as one single VOD. So any questions that YouTube might have are hopefully answered. If you guys here in the Twitch chat have questions, comments, concerns, I will get to them when I can. I'm sure mods will be there and everybody in the chat will be there. But as I said, the first 4 minutes were... We had to just start from this point because the first 4 minutes were not lost, but it would have been a wasted time to get into it. So we had Baltic. This was the home map pick from the person who lost the first game, which is our blue player, Hidden Cup number 8. Both of them have chosen Italians. This is a civilization they now cannot use for games 3, 4, or 5, but Italians are by far the best water civ in the current meta, I'd say, and 1v1s. So it is an Italians mirror matchup. Players have also stayed consistent with their colors, so they haven't tried to trick us too much. So I'll be honest, on Baltic, there's not a lot to talk about in early game. You have to ensure that your dock villagers are safe because players will be building extra docks, so you have to be very careful if a scout is coming over like Green is doing now. But it's really all about that water control. You can go land, but it's quite rare. Normally when you're going land, you've already lost water, and the fish boom is just so important to you that it's not even worth the try. But this was the home map pick for our blue player. So perhaps this gives you an idea of who it is. No, the players do not know at the end of each match who they faced. The players will only know after the event concludes. That applies to myself and you guys as well. So they will not be spoiled. Also, yes, all players will be from Australia. All players will be from Australia because I had Robo, my admin, make the accounts. And so all the accounts are from Australia. Or that's what it says. Okay, so this is really interesting. Look at the difference in uptimes here. That's quite a big difference. And let's keep in mind that the blue player, he was the one who chose this map, right? So that's a pretty slow time, and whoever this green player is has an exceptional build order, even without some sheep there. So we're seeing pretty much standard stuff for water control. You know, 10, 12 to wood, rest on gold, abandon your food because you don't need that anymore. And, okay, this is good. Dock villagers being walled in because right when feudal age hits, these scouts will get extra attack and could kill the vills. It is 4 fishing ships for blue. It is 3 for green. And green has his second dock up already, and he's going to add the fire galleys. So perhaps you went up a little bit too early because you can't afford that second fire galley just yet. But still, there's quite a big difference in the uptimes. Now, he was dominant in game 1, and in game 2, he seems to be the aggressor. Let's see if the fishing ships can stay alive for blue. It's what it's about, killing your opponent's fishing ships. And then if you win water, taking control of water and adding fishing ships of your own. So this scout is just remaining a presence here to idle this villager. Though I think the villager can make it back to the TC, no problem. And yes, here come the fire galleys. So somebody had said that the blue player was fire because he chose Baltic. I find that to be an interesting guess because fire loves water normally, but I happen to know that fire hates the new water meta. So I don't think that this would be fire. That's just my input there. I mean, look at the start already for Hidden Cup 9. He's chasing fishing ships away. He's killed the scout. Virtually flawless start already from him. The build order was exceptional. He was up on 18 vills. Whoever this is, they're looking very, very good in the first best of 5. Viper loves Baltic. Hey, could be Viper. He doesn't have to choose yellow. And players can change color series to series. And look at how he's hidden. In the Hidden Cup, we got some hidden fishing ships. Look at that. He's looking for fish. He wants to catch up in this game. And so he's looking for the fish, but the green player put the fish here to protect them and to hide them away as he chases down all the fish from his opponent. So now, while these weren't on deep fish, they're going to deep fish now. That's a clutch play there from player number 9. And Hidden Cup 8 is just running all around. He's just chasing. Can he get the fishing ship kill? He should get 1. Can he get 2? If he turned around there, I think he might have been able to get 2, but he would have had to have realized immediately. And so he loses that. Now, you do have to be careful with the new balance, because you can't just send your fire ships to their death now to get fishing ships. You actually have to be very cautious, because you don't want to throw away your military advantage. And currently, it's 6-6. 6-6, and just checking the HP bars, it seems similar, because both players have 2 to 3 weak ones. And here we go. Here's a demo ship. So these fire ships, they clump up, and they can be surprised by demo ships. This is really important for Hidden Cup 8. And this is also a risk. Demos can also always be seen as a waste. And, oh, here comes a demo. That's a surprising demo. And that is probably not the best demo ever. It just killed 1 ship, which was already weak. But look at the fire numbers. The green and blue are really hard to see, at least for me, on this water. Seems like green is he's definitely fallen behind here in numbers. He's adding his own demolition rafts. It's going to pop out of the dock here. There's 4 fire galleys in the same spot. All of them could die here. All of them could die. And they are all going to die to these demos. So 2 huge explosions from Hidden Cup 9. He was just behind by 4 numbers. Now he's only behind by 1. I think he wanted to rush the engagement there because he wasn't sure when his opponent would run or if his opponent would run. But there's definitely potential for one demo to kill all of them. But, you know, blue kept some of his fish alive. I'm so glad that the fires were changed. Because the fires used to insta-kill fish, and now they don't, right? So, it could be even on the fishing count here. Blue actually has one additional villager. And oh my goodness, guys! HiddenCup 9 is going on land. So do you guys remember when a blue player lost his scout? Well, that means he can't patrol out here to see if his opponent might be going land. And he's thinking about walling this up. And he could do so nicely, but it definitely seems to him like the green player is going for water control. So he really would have no reason to think that his opponent would be going land. This is a pretty big risk, but I think this is perfect timing to do something like this. Now, what we don't see on these water maps is what the eco looks like back at home. So I can already tell that HiddenCup 9 has a lot more resources in the bank. These might just be ranges for crossbows later on. And yeah, see, he clicks up to Castle Age. Yeah, HiddenCup 8 might have a little bit more going for him on water. He might clear out the fishing ships. The question is, oh, huge demo. The question is, does that matter now? He still could. He still could. We'll see. This is a super easy wall off. He just has to notice this. And green is going to ensure that when he does attack, he has the numbers. He won't just send one archer at a time and give his opponent a chance to tower or whatever. Now, blacksmith going up, I mean, the uptime difference is going to be huge. You can see that he realizes his buildings are a bit late. Italians don't need near as many resources to advance to the next stage. To me, it seems like HiddenCup 9 has had cleaner build orders, cleaner transitions throughout game 1 and 2. Guys, if you want to read info on the tournament, either wait till this game finishes and I can give you all the settings again and show you everything on my screen, or you can type !HiddenCup for all the settings, okay? I understand a lot of people are coming in, have just now heard of the event. This is day 1. I will explain it all in between games. Oh my goodness, this is going to be such a huge surprise. Does blue notice that there's a hole there? He does. Oh god, no! Guys, there's a hole here. No! He's building a house there, but he doesn't realize there's a hole here. That's going to be devastating. That is going to be devastating. No. No, 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 no. Oh. F's in the chat for HiddenCup 8. Whoever he is. He's building a barracks now, so he's considering going for his own military, but he's left a hole there. And the crossbows come in, and he has weak villagers here from on his boar earlier. He loses so many vills. Oh my goodness, this is game deciding. He has no access to wood now. Oh my word. Did it really come down to a hole? Game 1 was just a curb stomp, honestly. From the man-at-arms rush onward, HiddenCup 9, whoever this person is, did a fantastic job. And game 2, I'd say it was pretty even, though he seemed to be a little bit better. That's one thing we do know. We know it's a he, okay? We know it's a he, but, yeah, this does not look good. Immediately a siege workshop for HiddenCup 8. He's going to try and fight this. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And a green player also added a stable. So with a knight or two, he can pick off any Machinels. And we might see a rather early GG here. Whoever this person is. You know, a lot of people, 40% of you on the stream thought it was Liereyy. He's certainly playing as dominant as Liereyy would. That's for sure. He gets another Vil pickoff. Keeps his knight alive. Well, never mind. Does that even matter, though? Guys, I have no clue who they are. Nobody knows except for themselves. So they know who they are. And then the admin, who is Robo, who handles everything. But I don't think that knight going down matters. Huge Vil lead now for HiddenCup 9. And lots more idle time for blue as well. So not only is he 10 Vils behind, but he has a lot of idle time. He might have a fishing ship lead going for him, but that's not going to be enough here. As the micro is just exceptional. Look at the KD, 21-14. Knight and the Scout come in. No defense upgrades, and the Maganel will die. Amazing play. And the Knight is still alive. Never mind. Never mind, but I don't know, guys. Or never mind, I do know. I think that Hidden Cup 9 is on its way to another quick victory. And look at the splits, look at the micro. Now, does this look like Daut? Who do you think this is? If all these crossbows die to the Maganel, it's probably Daut, right? So we know it's not Daut. Sorry, Daut. It's just the memes, bro. Just the memes. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter. And game 2 goes to Hidden Cup number 9. So again, guys, welcome to the stream. If you're just getting here, or if you've sped through the YouTube video, I will briefly explain again. There are 12 players in this event. I will show you the 12 players in a moment. Today there will be 4 best of 5s. They are qualifiers to get to the quarterfinals, where 4 players have been chosen at random to meet them there. So far, whoever Hidden Cup 9 is has been pretty dominant. We don't know who this player is. We will not know until after, well, till Sunday afternoon, till after the event concludes. But here's a quick look at the achievements for you. And we will tab out to the format, and I'm going to add the scoreboard, or update the scoreboard. And Hidden Cup 8, it's not looking good for him, man. Game number 3 will be the winner's home map. So Hidden Cup 9 will choose. It's so cool to see you guys try and guess in the chat. Seriously. It's so cool to see you guys guess in the chat. Because you guys have so much... There's so many things to look at, right? And there's really no way we can know for sure. T90 Official, can you reveal the players once they are eliminated? Nope. We're going to reveal the players at the end of the tournament. If this is successful, if this event is successful, then we will do another Hidden Cup in the future, and we can definitely change things with community input. But it's pretty cool if you ask me. Here's a look at the brackets to give you an idea of what it is again. As you can see, Hidden Cup 9 is up to 2-0 right now. If he wins another game here, he will move on to face whoever Hidden Cup 1 is tomorrow. And we have all the rest of round 1 for you here today. For the third and fourth best of 5, Zero Empires will be stopping by to co-cast, which will be a lot of fun. So 2 quick games. 2 quick games so far. Here's the map pool again. So we'll be seeing a different map this time around. I'm really excited to see some new ones like Golden Island or Land of Lakes. I watched some old recorded games with those maps. And Land of Lakes is from the War is Coming tournament. So for those that were around for that, it's an old map. And I want to see what it's like on the new meta, because people didn't play with the new civs back then. It was just AOC. I think Mongols and Japanese were the pick for that. Mr. Iceburn, I'm not going to change the colors. I'm not going to change the colors. I think it's important to have the players that the colors that the players have chosen. Makes it more interesting for us. If it was just team colors, it'd be kind of lame. At least in my opinion. Nasha, thank you for 9 months. Nbates, thank you. Kairos, thank you. Heisenholf, thank you for 14 months. Thank you everybody for the subs, resubs. There's been a few donos today. Thank you guys for being so supportive of me. I put a lot of work into setting this up. The games are going to be fantastic. It'll probably be the best 1v1 event that I've ever organized, possibly that I've ever participated in, though I don't want to speak too soon. So thank you guys. Here's a look at the prize pool again before we go into the third game. The champion of this event will actually get a little over $700. This has changed recently. And I am very excited. I think we should move along to game number 3. I have to just get in my game room, and we'll be good to go. So if I had to choose a map here that I would see next, I'm thinking I want to see that Golden Island one. But I believe if we do end up seeing this, we'll see it later on. And the reason I think that is because players aren't going to be comfortable with Golden Island or Land of Lakes. But if you look at the format yet again, especially on the final day when there's a best of 7, Games 4 and 5, 6 and 7 are all from the map pack, so it'll be done at random. So I think if we're going to see those maps, we'll see it if the series goes longer. El Dorado would be pretty cool as well. Grim, I could just add a new poll when I need to, right? I think I'll end up adding the polls myself for the rest of the day. So word is we have a few minutes before we can start. So I'm going to add the scoreboard here. That way players are aware of, or viewers are aware of what's going on. I'm so hyped, man. I'm so hyped. I'm misspeaking all over the place. So everybody in the Twitch chat, what's your guess so far? Give me your thoughts. Liereyy? Think it was Liereyy? I mean, if I had to guess, I might say Liereyy, but kind of hard to say, right? Kind of hard to say. A is Daut. You think Daut is getting wrecked by Liereyy right now? It's possible. We will not know until later on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is game number 3 of the Hidden Cup. This is the first best of 5, which is a qualifier. And Hidden Cup number 9 has been extremely dominant. Hidden Cup number 9 is placing the TC here on a map called Bedouins, which is a really cool map. I was talking about this yesterday. I'll get into why I think Bedouins is a cool map in a second. But as we watch this event, we do not know who the players are. The players will not know who their opponents are. So you as viewers just have to think, would the player that I'm guessing this is choose this map? Because I don't know of too many players who would choose Bedouins. It's not a map we see frequently enough to know. If it was an Arabia pick or a Baltic pick, then maybe I could guess, okay, this player likes land or water, but this doesn't really give me any signs. But anywho, the settings are free civilization pick. You cannot repeat civs that you have already used. And so one person has gone for Indians, another person has gone for Chinese. The two best civs on this map by far, Chinese, you start with extra villagers, so that means you're going to get your TC up faster, and you're going to have more vills to collect shorefish. Indians have this cool little bonus, which really only applies in Bedouins, and that is that fishermen work 15% faster and carry more food. So one player has gone with the approach of going for shorefish with Indian villagers, and the other player has gone for the approach of getting shorefish with the Chinese villagers, which do not have any bonus to them. So many of you might not know what Bedouins is about. So I'll tell you why that they're getting shorefish right now and not getting boars. The reason is because villagers collecting shorefish is the 3rd fastest food income in the game, believe it or not. So in the top 3 ranking, it goes Indian villagers on shorefish. Number 2 is Mongol villagers hunting. And then number 3 is any other civ but Indians collecting shorefish with villagers. And it's kind of confusing because I've said many times in my cast before, don't collect shorefish with fishing ships, it's slow. Well, when villagers are collecting shorefish, for some reason it's fast. Just Age of Empires things. So, Chinese start with 3 extra villagers. And you can see they pretty much maintained that lead now. We'll see what the difference is in the uptimes because, of course, if you collect that food a little bit faster, you might be able to get the feudal age or castle age. I did talk to Tatoh about Bedouins because I was playing in an event called the Hidden Cup. Actually, let me move this animation just slightly up. Just realized. That should be good. And Tatoh said that Indians is better than Chinese here. So Tatoh, if you want to take Tatoh's advice, he said that Indians is better than Chinese, so both are good. So I would have thought Chinese would still be better because of the extra vills, but you got to keep in mind that all of the villagers are working 15% faster for Indians on the shorefish, and they're also carrying a bit more, which means less time walking and dropping off that food. Now on this map, there's still gold, there is still stone. You have to scout for it, and you do not have a scout, so you can use your sheep. And you see the players are trying to find each other with sheep right now. In fact, it looks like Hidden Cup number 8 found his opponent with the sheep. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So when you lose the sheep, you can guess that your opponent is there. Whereas Hidden Cup 9 doesn't seem like he has as many sheep. And has he... It's hard to tell, but I don't think he knows exactly where his opponent is. Seems like he lost the sheep there. So he might assume that his opponent's there, and it'd be close at least. So I've seen Scout Tower Rush as a strong strategy here. I have seen straight Fast Castle as a strategy here. Typically on lands maps where they're collecting boars and sheep, you'll see players click up around 20 population at the earliest. But because this shorefish food income is so fast, you're going to see Hidden Cup 9 click up now. So that's a 15 villager population up. Whereas Hidden Cup 8 will have a few more villagers. And it will be more of a standard click up of 20 pop. And you can see the walls already starting. So he knows where his opponent is. And he has 3 villagers of his 20 walling up. And it might be intentional to advance to the feudal age later. He might be going for more of a fast castle build. We don't have Happy in this event. So we know it's not him walling up. But it honestly makes sense to wall up like this if you want to take advantage of your later techs and maybe having more villagers. Okay. So this is quite an easy wall off. It's important that you still have access to shorefish. So he's building an additional mill here. He has stone. He has gold. It's really not all that bad. Yeah, Hidden Cup 9 is going to be looking to pressure. He doesn't know anything about these walls. And it's for sure going to be scouts for him. I just wonder if he sees the walls and then he goes forward with towers to try and get through. Eventually players will collect boars, but we're talking if this game goes on for a long, long time. Because shorefish are going to be so much better, especially for Indians. In fact, it would be a mistake to be collecting a boar at this point. This map won a map contest. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my god. There's a hole here. Another hole. Good god. Well, anyway, this map won a map contest a few years back, and it's been a feature, a staple of competitive Age of Empires 2 ever since. This sheep found the hole, man. Hidden Cup number 8 needs to check for holes. A player of this level should be able to realize that. It's really unfortunate. It's kind of hard to see. But all you need to do is use a villager and click beyond the wall. If they make it out, then you plug the gap. If they don't make it out, then you know you're safe. And that happened last game. That's going to happen this game. And here come the scouts. So all of this walling has just been a waste. Oh god. And he must see the scout there now. And what will the strategy be? I mean, you have to wall in your vills on this pond. You have to either run or need to wall them in. Okay, good. See, he's got it now. There's no holes here now. Wait, actually. There's another hole there. What the hell? Green didn't even realize it. This is the tournament of holes. This is the holy tournament. Okay, quick walls. No, the quick wall fails here. So a villager at least will go down if green micros this properly. Hidden Cup 8 clicks up to Castle Age, but the scouts are in, man. Oh, you know what? He has plugged the gap here, which is nice. I like that move. So at least he realized it and ran back out. This still could work for Hidden Cup 8, but it's obviously not part of the plan here. Okay, and the barracks will go up. Then probably a stable, so maybe some camels and knights. And green is not far away from clicking up to Castle Age. Normally when you go for feudal age pressure, as that vill gets walled in nicely, normally when you go for feudal age pressure versus fast castle like this, it takes you longer to get to Castle Age. But on this map, with Indian villagers, you collect that food so fast, you can be right up behind them. So what's funny here is, these scouts might get in here. I think they're going to get in. Yeah, they're going to get in. So now there's 5 scouts. One scout goes down, but the other scouts will just micro down the spear. Beautiful micro from Hidden Cup 9 yet again. And there is the stable for blue. So Again, I think he'll go with a camel or a knight or two. He's certainly behind now because the Chinese villagers are not collecting these resources as fast. And he's, of course, lost a few. Amazing scout micro from whoever our green player is. Seriously, I mean, in all the games, his KD has been really solid early on. He's obviously a very quick player, whoever he is. Which doesn't really tell us much, because all the players at the high level are pretty quick. I mean, I know you guys are all about the memes, but Daut is still a pretty fast player, right? So, we don't know for sure. But with a camel or two, these scouts will not be able to do much. But what the scouts will choose to do is run around and distract. Yep, just keep the camels in blue's base if you're green. And, alright, we're turning chat off when there's only 2 people here not chatting. But, yeah, you know, I think green will be fine, man. He has Indian camels as well. He has more villagers, collecting more resources. I think blue needs to weather the storm a little bit. He needs to go for TCs, except that he's not going to push his opponent. And hopefully get a Vill lead, because he did hit Castle Age first. So if he can add some more town centers, he can get an advantage. I think in late game, it's a fantastic idea to have Chinese, but you can't have a guarantee that you're going to have momentum. Is the villager going to die here? No. And late game Chinese with their Chukunu make it really difficult for Indians to stop them. So let's see. Hidden Cup 8 has the score lead right now. He also does have a slight villager lead, and he has knights and camels running towards green's side. And now green has a lot of exposed areas. He has 2 mills that are exposed. He has this gold which is exposed. Oh wow. Blue just a bit unlucky there. He could have scouted that TC. But he sees the Vills. And the Vills now have to run away. Vills are going to die here. So in game 1 and game 2, it's not the best performance from Hidden Cup number 8. But he's looking good here in game 3. This is the best he's looked. This is the best situation he has been in. Now, no upgrades on these knights and camels, so the spears could be a problem. But he just avoids the spears, gets a Vill pick off. And all of a sudden, he has an 8 villager lead. And his walls are now secured. It took him some time, but his walls are now good to go. And guys, 2 town centers already. He's going to 3 now. He has a monastery, so he can play defensively with a few monks. And he's going for another pick off here. He's going to get it. He will get her. So at an 11 villager lead now. So Chinese or Indians, what do you think is best? Well, Chinese certainly paying off here now, despite the hole in the wall. Hidden Cup number 8 is just kicking it into high gear now. In game 1, he was completely thrown off by the strategy from Hidden Cup 9. Game number 2, it was a hole in the wall and possibly just the later uptime to feudal age. Some pretty simple things for players at this level. I'm really happy for whoever this person is, man. Whoever blue is, I'm happy for him because they're obviously a good player. They just had rough starts. That does kind of define Daut at times. Dave was mentioning it the other day on his stream, how Daut is the one guy who isn't always consistent in Dark Age and Feudal Age. Sometimes he makes mistakes. But once he gets an advantage, man, he rarely gives it up. But who knows? This is a 12-player tournament. I'm just guessing. And I'm going to do a poll for Hidden Cup number 8 after this game concludes here, regardless of the result. And I'm going to let everyone here on the Twitch stream guess who they think this is. And this is what monks can do for you. Push those camels away. The green has a bit more map control, but he can't do anything with his map control currently. And he's adding his own monastery. Now again, Indian villagers, if they're collecting shorefish, they are working faster than the Chinese vills. So you have to keep that in mind. It's a bit deceiving, this vill count, because you have how many fishermen? You have almost 10 fishermen for green. Blue would have to have like 12, right? To collect the same amount of resources in the same amount of time. But 15 Vil lead is pretty substantial. And the fact that blue has been on stone for a while and can build a castle and go for Chukunu soon, that's quite substantial as well. Really nice strategy choice from blue. Get the early walls up. Fast castle it. Get a Vil lead and build a castle. Now this is where it gets very awkward for the Indian player. Sure, Indians get full upgrades on their elite skirms, but Chinese, they have infantry. They can go for halberdiers and champions. They can go for cavalier and camel. They can go for onagers and siege ram. Whereas Indians, it's pretty much just hand cannons, camels, and skirms. Champion if they want to try it, but that's not going to be something we'll see from Indians in this game. Blue is Fat Slob. I don't think so. I did not invite Fat Slob to this tournament. I'm sorry to all the Fat Slob fans out there. So here come a few monks. And I think the way blue will play this is he'll get a little bit of map control back with the monks and the Chukunu. And then he'll build a second castle forward. So he won't wait to the Imperial Age. Oh wow. Say goodbye, Mr. Monk. Kind of unfortunate to lose out on your monk there. I mean, blue has 2 relics as well. He's not messing around. He is not messing around. He has a 23 Vil lead. And I think he is intentionally idling his TC so we can click up to the Imperial Age soon. Guys, if Fat Slob was playing in this event, do you think he would have won or lost by now? Just be honest. I don't think game 1 would have finished yet. Oh wow, the pickoffs. Great stuff here from green. Picking off the monks. He also gets some conversions on the Chukunu. And he's now sending in his camels to clean up the last one. So look at that. He kills all the monks. He kills all the Chukunu essentially. And that is not what a blue needed to happen there. It's not what he wanted. He wanted more military when he hit the Imperial Age. He's just getting fletching now. Imp might give him access to a few trebuchets. But the trebuchets will not be secured at all, and a villager going down now to the Chukunus that used to be his. Luckily, though, the Chukunu were converted before fletching. So he has that going for him. But, man, he's definitely panicking now. Like, he wants to build a castle. Ideally, it would have been here, remember. He can't do that. So green buying himself a little bit of time, and wow, this is such a close game. He's going to click up to the Imperial Age as well, so while it's later, he's really denied blue from branching out here. And green has access to so many different stone and gold piles. Blue walled himself into this little corner. He has gold back here. He has stone, but that will eventually run out. And green, if he starts getting pushed, he can fall back. He can fall back. Hidden Cup 8 cannot do that. He cannot fall back at all. But what will the decision be to counter these Chukunu? It's got to be Elite Skirm, surely, for Hidden Cup. Or he could go... He could go Onager, but that's really expensive and he needs a lot of time for that. This is a lot of fun, man. This is a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. This is really cool. We don't know who they are. We don't know who they are. Very few clues as well. Okay, Chukunu looping around here. Bracer, Chemistry, Thumb Ring on the way, so these would be pretty strong units. And I did not think green was expecting that. He was expecting any pressure to come from here. Now, the one unfortunate thing for Hidden Cup 8 is he doesn't know about that castle. Okay, now he sees it, so he'll probably queue up some trebuchets immediately, and he does, yep. I would give him the lead right now. He'll try and micro down these camels, which he should have no problem doing. However, with 3 monk conversions, green yet again could take a decent trade here. He's already gotten a few, as we saw earlier. And Chukunus are pretty slow. But the trebuchets will be a huge deal. Chemistry's on the way for Hidden Cup 9. If he gets to Bombard Cannon after Chemistry, could really mix things up. That's one thing Chinese do not get. They do not get Chemistry. So they could not make their own Bombard Cannons. However, This castle needs to stay up if you're Hidden Cup 9. They'll probably make one trip, and that'll be it. So that's unfortunate. Hidden Cup 8 is getting bloodlines now, and he's going to mix in some light cap. I like it because he's expecting skirms, right? He's expecting skirmishers of some kind. So he wants to get the counter ready for that, and oh, the monks will go down here. And he has Chukunu. I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, he has Chukunu on this wood line. He has Chukunu on this wood line. He's going to take down the castle. He'll probably take down the siege workshops before the bombard cannons can even come out. And Hidden Cup 8 gets his victory. So in game 1 and 2, Hidden Cup 9 was some pretty convincing wins. And the strategy to choose Chinese and to wall up like this for Hidden Cup 8, despite the hole in the wall, seemed to be the best move. So I'm really happy that we are not going to see a sweep for the first set of the day. We're going to move on to game 4 here in a bit. And that means we go to the map pack. So we go to the map pack, and I will show you the maps here after we look at the achievements. All right. You know, it's really tough on that map to know your opponent's walling up, right? That is a struggle. So if you start with a scout, maybe blue can't perform that strategy. But considering that Hidden Cup 9 only had a few sheep to scout, I guess he didn't know about it. 2 different strategies. Both players made it to imp. One strategy paid off. Here's the look at the eco. I love chat already, man. Everyone's like, I am 100% sure it is this person. Man, hey, man, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see people guessing. But in reality, you don't have any clue, man. You don't have any clue. So before we start the next match, what we will do is we will do a poll here. So this is for Hidden Cup number 8. We did a poll for Hidden Cup number 9 earlier, and you guys got to vote on who you thought he was. And I'm just curious on what Twitch thinks here, and this will be a poll. This will be a poll for the next player. Let me just get this up and running here. We should go over to our fancy poll scene and open this up, and there we go. So all the players are there. Whoever you think Hidden Cup number 8 is, type a number in the chat. And don't type 11 to laugh. That will skew it up. Okay? This is not a time for laughter. No happiness allowed. Sacco, thank you very much for 23 months. Roids, 2525, thank you for the Prime sub. Dark Mandarin, thank you for the Prime sub. Willis, thank you for the host, bro. And Yaha, thank you for the tier 3, 4 months. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the stream to support what I do and support my efforts. So we have a lot of votes for Fire and a lot of votes for Daut. With 15 seconds remaining, it seems like Daut is winning. So whoever wins this best of 5, we will see more of. And maybe it'll give you guys some more insight on who it might be. So people seem to think it's Daut. Okay. So let's look at the map pool, shall we? These are the maps, and these are the maps that will be in the map pack. So they don't know what's coming up next. They do have free pick of civilizations they haven't chosen yet. So I think this is where you need to go with your conservative picks. Because if you pick a civilization that'd be really good on land, but really bad on a map like Land of Lakes or Baltic, if you get that again, or Cross, then that's just too much of a risk for me, right? So whatever civilizations you guys might think would be more versatile, I'm thinking Japanese could be a strong pick here, because it could be good on virtually every map. Or a Mesociv could be good on any map. I guess we'll find out soon enough. So guys, the next match should be starting in about 3 minutes. Just going to add a little countdown here. But I'm not going anywhere. So please do not worry. Was this poll for player 8 or player 9? It was for player 8. It said so at the top, but the text is a little bit tiny. Sorry, man. Candy Kicker, thank you for the Prime. How's everybody doing in the chat? What's up? What's up, Uncle Chips, who's always here from Twitter? Hey, blah, blah, welcome. What's up, Klavskis? Klavskis, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. T90, what is your favorite map? Arabia. You think I'm going to say Force Nothing around these crazies? I got to be careful. I'll say Arabia. I won't tell you all the truth. So glad you're back. VODs ran out fast. Yes, Iceburn. I was busy, man. I was busy. I had to officiate my friend's wedding. And then I had to set up for Hidden Cup. I did stream community games yesterday. Who is your favorite player? Fatslob. Nobody else compares to Fatslob. And, well, maybe Blue Coffee. Maybe. But depends on the day. Yeah, I did not add Force Nothing to the map pool. Okay. I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that to these pro players. Chief says, when do we find out who's who? We find out Sunday afternoon. So today, we have all of round 1 matches going on. You can see the live standings there. So today, we have 4 best of 5s in round 1. The players who are already in the quarterfinals were given that randomly. So it's not based off past tournament results or who they are or any of that. Okay? It was all done at random so we could accommodate more players, because I'd feel bad to only do 8. The quarters will be tomorrow, the semis, and the grand final will be done live on Sunday. These games were played within the last 2 weeks, and I have all the compiled games. I have not seen them. Nobody has seen them. The players have not seen them, and we wanted to fit them all in a row. That way there wouldn't be a lot of waiting time. And once again, guys, if you'd like to see who the players are for this event, you can see all the players there on the right. And again, the settings. So you'll be seeing these scenes a lot. I just want to remind you all of what's going on, of course. There were no clips of me officiating the wedding. There will be pictures coming out, I'm sure. But it was good. I'm glad I could do that for my friends, man. Glad I could do that for my friends. I was nervous, bro. I was so nervous. I'm casting in front of 1,500 people right now, and I couldn't even officiate a wedding that had 50 people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 4 of the Hidden Cup. This is the first qualifier. It is a best of 5 between whoever Hidden Cup 9 is, who's in the green, and whoever Hidden Cup 8 is. The chat seems to think that we have a Daut versus Liereyy matchup. I wonder what chat's going to think when we're 4 best of 5s into this. Are you guys going to think of Vivi and Yo and Riut and Miguel and Fire, these guys that might not be as clickbaity and popular? I don't know. We'll find out. In this event, players are playing on hidden accounts. They do not know who their opponent is, though they might have guesses based off ping, but they will never know for sure until after the event concludes. Also, it is free civilization pick, so you pretty much can go with any civ you might prefer. However, you cannot repeat a civ you've already used. We have Mayans here for Hidden Cup 9. He's going out in a lane. Now, nobody has said this is MBL. And this looks like MBL right here. We have an eagle running forward to steal a boar. How about that? So already an aggressive start. I think we are going to see a lane here. Guys, this map is really cool one. Really cool one. And of course, I've already forgotten the freaking name of it. It's called like Golden Island, I think. Oh man, I'm a pro tournament organizer. Forgot the name. I think it's Golden Island. It's similar to El Dorado in the sense that there's gold in the middle. It's similar to Gold Rush as well. So you have 8 tiles of gold at your base, and then the rest of the gold will be in the middle. And some areas you can't build in the center, which I'll know for sure once the players actually scout all of that. So Indians versus Mayans. I said that you want to choose flexible civilizations because you might regret it if you get a map where your civ doesn't play out well. So that game 4, game 5 is always from the map pack. And the map pack gave us this, which I thought we might see. Happy to have seen it. I think it's a cool map. I think it's a cool map. Nice aggressive one. And I guess Hidden Cup 9 is not MBL because they've decided to not go for the lame. And yeah, guys, you see this little sandy terrain? You can't build on that. So if you do build, you have to build in the center. Right here. Right? So it's tough to place TCs in the center if you can even do that at all. I don't know if that's possible at all. Mayans versus Indians. Well, Indians have the strong eco. They have their strong camels. They could then go maybe camels elite skirm. One thing Indians don't really have an option for is the eagles. They could go into longswords, but going infantry as Indians is not playing them out as you would normally want to. Guys, also, players, we're given the maps, but these are not maps that they play frequently. The Land of Lakes and Golden Island one, they don't play frequently, so this tournament, you don't know what your player's style is going to be like because you aren't sure who they are, at least in the first few games. And you also aren't too comfortable with the maps. And then the Civ picking can be really difficult. Sometimes you could get lucky and maybe have a Civ win, but other times you could be in Blue's situation where you're behind in the Civ, or at least that's what I think. This is awesome. But it all depends on if the Mayan player can get their transition rolling. Indians, they advance to feudal age faster because their villas are cheaper. So for that reason, I think Indians could have an early game victory with a few scouts, picking off villagers. And also, Indians, they have horses. Or, sorry, they have camels. They do have a few horses in Liereyy. So they have that mobility, whereas Mayans, while they're not the slowest Mesociv ever, they're certainly not as fast. Yeah, so Grim, games 4 through 7, they have, here come the militia now, so this will be a drush actually. Games 4 through 7 are the map pack, and they will not know the map until they're in. So when the players get in game, it says map pack here, they would have to scout it to figure out which map in the pool it is. Did Green scout his third boar? No, he didn't actually, but he's on the deer. And the deer have been walled up here for Blue. I mean, he sees there's a hole here, but he's also seen holes before, and he hasn't plugged the gap. I hope he does so. He's working on it. I'm sorry, that is the one difference I didn't mention. This does have a little bit more food. It's Yucatanish. And the militia arrive, and the militia cannot get through. But this is a drush into flush, drush into archers. So it's not like he'll be in Dark Age for too much longer. Hidden Cup number 9. But he needs a victory here. He needs a victory to win the best of 5. Otherwise, we go to game 5 for the first qualifier. And Blue's working on plugging the gaps now. So he's learned his lesson finally. Really good base for him, though. His gold is safe. His stone is safe. Look at the easy wall off he has. Whereas Green, there's definitely more to wall. He can wall it up as well. Again, it's similar to Gold Rush where you can wall up your base, but it will need to focus on the center of this map as time goes on. Rowan, the players who go directly to the quarterfinals were chosen at random. If I would have chosen those 4 players based off who they were and previous results, that would have ruined the Hidden Cup, right? So, I mean, if we put Viper, Liereyy, whoever into the quarterfinals, then that would ruin the idea of the tournament. So we did it at random. Originally, I was going to do 8 players, but I ended up doing 12 with these qualifiers because I wanted to get more people involved. And if this is a successful event, then we will do more in the future, possibly do 16, maybe do best of 3s for the early stages. But lots of best of 5s and then one grand final, which will be a best of 7. And Hidden Cup 9 is full walled. And the archer ranges should be coming up soon. Problem, though, is that going scouts really helps your economy. You build farms immediately, so your economy gets that jump start. Plus, Blue had the extra boar, right? The deer have already been collected as well. Or at least he's working on it. And he obviously expects the archers from his opponent. So he's added an archer range for a few skirms. So he's getting ahead of the game here. So this is where Indians can shine. Scouts to skirms into camels and skirms can counter any archers that his opponent might make. And his opponent's not making any archer ranges. In fact, he's gone for the farms first. So he's investing into eco first. Still doesn't know the boar is there. Sweet. Love the content, T90 official. You're doing great. Thank you, Ron Snow. Thank you. King Omar. Exactly. If we do another one, I think hidden score could be an option as well. But I didn't want to make it too confusing for the first Hidden Cup. Again, if you guys are into it, if the community's supportive of it, we might do another one. We'll look after the 3-day event, though. No need to talk about new events. We haven't even really begun this one yet. So it's an eagle choice, then, for green. Which I think is a smart decision. Eagles create really slowly, but going into archers here would not be good. And blue sees this, because he sees the barracks has something in it. So he knows it must be eagles, and so he'll probably stop creating skirmishers. He doesn't really need them now. The benefit of going for this build order, though, is that you can go heavy on your gold, and you can buy some food. You see now, Hidden Cup 9 is doing that. So while sure, his economy might not be as strong because he doesn't have as many farms, and he hasn't had them for as long, he will hit Castle Age faster here, and he can use that market to help him out. And look, he will click up to the Castle Age, just needs one food. Boom. Meanwhile, 250 food only for Hidden Cup number 8. He's adding his second archer range now, so he wants to make archers rather. This could be seen as a waste of resources, and it's certainly slowing down his castle time, so he has to do some damage with it, I think. And just remember, these Eagle Warriors take a long time to create, so 3 barracks now for green. And also you need upgrades on them. You need to get the defense upgrades, you need to get Eagle Warrior, otherwise they're not all that strong. But there's a very strong power spike once you get there. Sweet. So, obviously these units are somewhat useless now for green. I don't think he can come out with his eagles yet. He only has 4 there. Scouts will do fairly good. Blue needs to hit Castle Age. He needs to click up. And oh, he's building a second barracks. I was wondering if he would go longswords. You know, it's not that bad. It's really not. He's full walled. He's up against melee units. So even if the eagles end up getting full map control for green, they'll be outside the walls. And if he goes longswords, it makes it real interesting. Problem is eagles are a bit faster. And green is getting Eagle Warrior now, and he's sending them out. And also, I love how blue built that barracks back in his base. So he's hiding the fact that he might go for them. You build 2 barracks, you're pretty much always going longswords here, right? Probably. So far, people seem to think that green is Liereyy and blue is Daut. And green, realizing the situation now, will come forward with the Siege Workshop. Now, he didn't see the second range. The second range might confuse him. Like, why is my opponent going for so many archers? Okay, nice little choke point for those archers to get a shot in. And does blue see the Siege Workshop? He does see the Siege Workshop. And now he's upgrading to Man-at-Arms. There's a few problems with longswords here. It takes a lot of time to make them. It's also quite heavy on food cost. But if he gets enough of them with the crossbows, this could be the key to victory. But these eagles, they have reached that moment in the game where the power spike is huge, and a Maganel is now on the way. These eagles could be through. And so whoever Hidden Cup number 8 is, he's walling up behind. Guys, I do not know who the players are. The players do not know who they're playing. The civs are free pick. If you want a full look at the settings, you can type !Hidden Cup in the chat. I will, Oh, I love this. He's going to go on a sneak attack with the crossbows. This could really pay off. I can answer any questions in between games and show you all the info in between games. Also, feel free to ask people in the chat. We were getting a lot of repeat questions, which is understandable. Oh, I think he's a bit torn on this, blue. I think it would have been a slick move for him to go on a counterattack, but maybe he thought twice about it because Eagles would be at home for green. These are just Man-at-Arms, guys. And so for that reason, I don't know if blue can surprise his opponent with this just yet. Honestly, if he went out on the counter, he would run into walls, and green would probably arrive with eagles, but you never know. It's a chance you take, right? But leaving the crossbows at home will give him something. And green doesn't know what's behind here. So he's hesitant to push here. He's just adding a second TC, so he really waited a long time so he could get the numbers. Even a camel here. Just one camel, 2 camels now for blue. It's funny, blue has more military, but it seems like green has so much more. Blue's just keeping this hidden. And I absolutely love this, you know. The barracks could have been built on the front to act as a wall, but it has been hidden away here. And now, I really think blue can take this fight. Question is, when is he going to take it? If you take it too late, green will already have a big eco lead. If you take it too early, then you pretty much lose the game. So he has 7 longswords here, and he has 1 here. So a total of 8 with what will be 3 camels. And also, with the camels being created, green might assume that it'll be camels and crossbows, and he might be feeling better about his situation than he should be. Oh, the camels loop around. Can they pick off a Mangonel? Here come the longswords! Here come the longswords! 1 Mangonel goes down. The Mangonels are retreating, and they are firing. The other 2 will survive, but let's see. Here comes the push with the longswords. They do have forging, which is that attack upgrade, which can be so helpful. How awkward will these things be? That's a lot of Eagle Warriors, guys. That's a lot of Eagle Warriors. Green could win this because of pure numbers. And the Mangonel shot there, hitting 2 of the longswords. The crossbows aren't offering much to Hidden Cup number 8, but he needs to get some fights in. He's 10 villagers behind now. So he doesn't have the food, guys. He's walled himself into this small little area. He has not had the farm space, so he doesn't have the food to make these longswords. Remember, I said that can be the issue with them. It's actually easier to make eagles than longswords at this point of the game because you just need to go heavy on gold. And villagers coming forward again for green. And blue, I guess, is deciding to try and switch it up and go with the strategy that I thought he was doing earlier, and he's going on some type of a counterattack. It's going to have to pay off. So I think he'll go for Mangonel defense and counterattack. If green sees this, he can choose to either come back to deal with this, or what I think he will do, and it'll just go right into blue's base. Because blue, he can stop the Mangonels, he can't stop the eagles. The Hidden Cup 9's thinking about this. Okay, now he sees some blue in the minimap. Will he react to that? Instant reaction. He knows. He didn't waste any time. That was just he just caught a glimpse of those units. And this could be a cleanup. I mean, he has a lot of weak eagles, but for me, that's not enough longswords. Let's see here, blue has to turn around and fight this. He really does. Sit next to the stone. That's the best positioning you'll get. You look at green's Eagle Warriors, they're not standing up all that well versus the longswords. But I think with home field advantage, he will clean this up. Yep. And again, he has an 11 vill lead. Oh, but blue's pushing forward versus the Mangonels. So blue's pushing forward versus the Mangonels. He kills 2 of them. He'll kill all 4. And sure, he will lose 2 of his longswords to the monks. But he might not be complaining about this too much. The crossbows actually stayed alive because of their positioning. And we have a game yet again, ladies and gentlemen. 62 population for both. The longswords were enough there. And who cares about vill numbers when you lose all your military control? And remember, those Eagle Warriors take so long to create. So the counterattack from Hidden Cup number 8 working out there. I do think the crossbows will die and green will gain the score lead again for those that look at the score. I mean, I do all the time. It's a good indicator of who's winning and who's losing. That monk has lost at life. He's dead to a bunch of arrows. But here come those longswords. And blue has his own Mangonel coming forward. So green has the eco lead. He's on 2 town centers. He fell behind in numbers, but he has a little bit of mobility now, so he can maybe avoid any bad fights. Does he know about that Mangonel? Ooh, he must know. I don't think he should take that fight. Yeah, made a mistake going in there. I guess he just wasn't aware that the longswords were there as well. I agree with Mogi in the chat. I have a prediction. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right about this. I think Hidden Cup is going to win this game. What do you guys think? Am I right or wrong on that? So, green is... He can't fight this. He can't fight this. He has to avoid the longswords. If he had archers here, it'd be really nice. Okay, so he's just going to go with pure numbers of eagles. Yeah, and again, he'll win the fight. That's perhaps a much better fight than earlier. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't added any archer ranges. I guess your opponent can make mangonels, but I'm thinking adding a few archer ranges would be really nice. It's possible he thinks he can do it with full eagles because he knows he has an eco lead. But it's a risky game to play. And longswords now have a defense upgrade, which they didn't have before. And look how quickly they destroy the eagles. It's insane. Blue is on 3 town centers, so he might catch up on eco here. A huge fight. Mangonel, of course, will probably go down. But these longswords, man. These longswords destroying all the eagle warriors. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Sure, the Mangonel goes down, but look at the number of longswords. Green's coming back out to the center. He wants to get the gold. I don't know if he can stay here. And he can't quick wall his villas either because you can't build on the sandy terrain. The monks go down. This is the 3rd monk to go down in the last couple minutes. This is probably the game of the best of 5 for me. This has been the best game in the best of 5 so far. And this is a win that Hidden Cup 8 needs. Yeah, he's looking for those villagers. It's funny. Green's relocating. Blue's like, I thought for sure I saw vills here. And then he sees a 3rd mining camp. He's like, wait, what? Okay, now he sees the eagles. He'll lose his Mangonel. And I guess green is just running over here, which makes sense. But you see a tower is being placed in the center now. Man, these longswords are so good. They're so good. It's a good thing they're slow, right? It's a good thing they're slow. So that tower will cover most of the area in the center. And now we have archer ranges again for blue. I wonder if he's going to go longswords and skirms. Does he expect his opponent to go plumes? Probably, right? And we're seeing a mix of everything in this game. We are now going to see the scorpions. I didn't like the Indians pick. I still think this is very awkward for Indians. However, oh god, that scorpion hit was good. However, Hidden Cup number 8 has done a good job. He's going to build more watchtowers in the center. Will he just guard tower it up? I mean, he's not close to a castle. Just build a bunch of guard towers. Maybe go that route. You have to be aggressive in Castle Age for this. And you know the brilliant thing about this is, it's not like green can build a castle here. You can't build on this terrain. If you could build on this terrain, it'd be different. He could plop a castle here and kill all the towers, but he can't address the towers with his castle. So his castle is going to have to be defensive. He can't build it in the center at all. Ballistics now, and we have crossbows. So crossbows and longswords and towers. And he's using the university to get ballistics right now. Nice micro with the scorpion there. That was beautiful micro. And of course I jinx it. Of course I jinx it. As he loses too. Yeah, I don't think blue should fight this, man. I think that I think this might be a poor play to go in. He kills a Mangonel, but he loses a lot of his longsword numbers and HP. But yeah, guard tower's on the way, so he will use his university twice. And now green all of a sudden has a lot more eagle warriors, but he'll be up against guard tower soon. And of course blue is going to add more longswords. And more towers. Normally I'm not a fan of towers. This is one of the few times that I'll get excited about towers because this is a practical application. It's perfect for the map. It's probably the best decision for the map. Blue is investing heavily into Castle Age to get the gold, whereas green is... He's out of this gold. He's almost out of this gold. And he needs to get here, and he's on the way to Imp. So, sure, towers are a great idea, but if trebuchets and plumed archers are created by green, that's when I don't think blue can do anything. Plumed archers are the key here. Plumed archers will kill the longswords easily. They'll also kill the enemy crossbows. And trebuchets can kill the towers. That's a lot of villagers in the center for Hidden Cup number 8, who needs his victory. Hidden Cup 8, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Okay, you can see this. Now, nobody has guessed that Hidden Cup 9 is Daut, but what do we have here? We have a Daut castle. This castle is not going to go up. So that means less plumed archers and less trebs. It'll probably go up, it just will not go up yet. Yeah, plumes again will make quick work of these. Is blue close to imp? He's not, guys. He's not. Oh, he's been raided by the Eagle Warriors. The Eagle Warriors have come in. They've killed Vills. Ton of Vills, actually. I love this decision because it's not like green wants to use the Eagles anymore, right? So why not go to his opponent's economy? Blue has had this problem all game where he's cramped. You can see that he just doesn't have place for farms, and he has lots of wood. He does not have the food. No, he's using the market now. He's using the market now, maybe realizing his opponent is sacrificing the Eagles and is probably on his way to imp. But now green has a pretty big lead. This is the biggest lead that he's had in a while. Bracer on the way. Trebuchets on the way. Can Hidden Cup 8 stall out for his tournament life? Can he stall this out and stay alive? And then I guess go for skirmishers, which he's working on. We'll find out. He has access to gold. I want every single set in this tournament to go to the final game, and I always do, regardless of who's playing. We'll see. So now blue knows that his opponent has 2 castles. Now, the annoying thing for green... Well, how did that not... how did that not do damage? The annoying thing is, it takes a while to use your trebs versus towers like this. So blue can just build more. Takes 4 hits, I believe. Yeah, it takes 4 hits. Trebuchets are slow and clunky. Then you gotta pack them up and move forward again. Realistically, I think blue can afford to go for all of his skirmisher upgrades and then keep his longswords. But he won't want the longswords really anymore. He'll need to keep them alive because green still has some eagles he can mix in. Yeah, Mayan's looking really strong in this situation. 3 castles now for Hidden Cup number 9, so he cannot be raided at all. But he doesn't have gold. He's almost out of gold. He has 200 gold left here, and that's it. Oh god, these plumed archers with the Imperial Age upgrades. They're elite. Killed all those skirmishers. Blue needs to get some more skirms here quickly, and he needs to get the Bracer and Chemistry upgrade, man. All the upgrades, in fact. He probably thought that fight would be good, but he didn't realize the plumes were elite plumed archer. And that elite upgrade is huge. And the Eagles are back into Blue's eco. He's definitely struggling to follow all of this now. You can see the longswords just don't know where to go. And Blue has control of everything in the center. Bracer is on the way. It is 35 military to 30. It's 150 population for both, guys. I do like green's position better and better, though, because he's pushing back these guard towers. It's never a good idea to go full skirms. But you almost have to start off with that. Oh, a Mackinac shot could be huge! The split away from green. Now, that was a brilliant split, but he ran into the gold piles, unfortunately. So the Mackinac did some damage. The towers are also doing some damage to the plumed archers, but green doesn't seem to care. Be very careful here. I don't think green should throw away his numbers. I think he just needs to camp next to his trebuchets. Yeah, he's moving back a little bit, using his range, using his mobility, using his micro skills, which we've seen so far in this series. And he wants to go for rams now, which makes sense. However, rams will not contribute just yet. So green is out of gold now, correct? He's completely out of gold. There's another gold way back in this corner. He does not have it. He has lots of stone. And he has more map control. But he has no gold. And you can see Both players are using the market a little bit. So Onager is on the way for blue. So the extra gold is paying off here. With Onager and Skirm, I don't know if straight plumes can do it. The question is now, has blue collected enough gold to be able to push this back? Because green's about to take control. Remember, green, he cannot castle in the center. So if he wants to secure this, he might need to go for his own towers. You can sell your excess food and your excess wood. However, that gets... I mean, you Force Nothing fans know. It gets worse and worse for you as time goes on. This is a sick game. And there's Onager. We don't know who Hidden Cup 9 is. We know his micro has been good, and it is really going to be tested now. And he's going into Elite Eagle, so he has no gold. Look, he just sold a... I think that's a bug, but he sold a crap ton of stone. And he'll probably have to sell some of his food and some of his wood as well. The prices on this, it's decent right now to sell, honestly. Everything but wood is decent to sell. So he's going into Eagle Warriors without gold. Now his opponent is going to mix in hand cannons. So hand cannons and eagles and Onager. Wow. The only gold income that green has are a few relics right now. Ooh. Oh, but he's chosen to send his plumes on a raid. Something that blue has just kind of reacted to here. He must have saw them run by there. Originally the map has snow, so you can see the footprints. Yeah, I don't know if green should run in with his plumes. And it's 80 military versus 63. Best game of the day so far. Best game of the day so far. This has been awesome. Okay, and now blue sees the eagle. Now he sees the eagle. I mean, El Dorado's an expensive upgrade. It's so important, though. 100 HP on these bad boys. I don't know if blue has enough hand cannons yet. He only has 6 in there. But there's these small little choke points, right? And the Onagers can hit them. I think green needs to fight now or never. The longswords also join in. You look at green's units, they're not able to engage, and he runs back. He thought he was going to win that fight. He did not win the fight. 170 population for both. Green chooses to run in, and he's dying to the elite skirmishers. Are we going to see a game 5 in the first qualifier? Hidden Cup 9 is continuing to sell wood and food. Such an amazing game. More guard towers going up for Hidden Cup 8. I don't know if Keep is available for Indians. And these tower techs always keep me on my toes, man. You guys better watch. I might make some more tower jokes. Anyway. And guard tower makes sense here. Guard tower makes sense. Just stall it out. Camp the gold. And this trebuchet is going to have to pack up and go back home. The trebuchet is going back to a home where there is no gold. It's going to die too. Oh my god. So to all of my subs in the Twitch chat right now, this is the first best of 5 in 4 best of 5s today. This is just the qualifier. It's been an amazing event so far. Can I get some hype going for this? Because the final fight is coming. Blue, he might not have the score lead, but he has the advantage in my opinion. The trebuchet is pushing forward. He's building more and more guard towers. And the castles are going to go down. Still, these are El Dorado Eagle Warriors, chat. El Dorado Eagle Warriors. Oh god! The Onagers! The Onagers are exposed! They attack ground. They pull back. And these Eagle Warriors are running into a lot of hand cannons and long swords. The question is, as that Onager shot hits the plumed archers, is it going to be enough for green? Because he cannot afford to make much more. It seems like it might be enough. Where are the hand cannons for blue? Where are the hand cannons for blue? Blue's trebuchets are going down. The skirmishers are going down. More eagles are somehow being created. How on earth is he getting the gold for this? He must be banking up lots of food and wood and selling. And now more hand cannons need to be on the way for blue. He's trying his best. Funny enough, he doesn't have a lot of food again. That's been his main concern. And these Eagle Warriors with 100 HP are going to kill all of these villagers in the center. And there's enough of them, they might be able to even kill the hand cannons. Wow. The Onagers go down. Everything's dying in the center for Hidden Cup 8. And he's fighting for his tournament life here. 160 population for green and 100 population for blue. He did not have the number of hand cannons he needed there. And really, like, I think he misjudged it slightly, because if he knew he didn't have the numbers, he knew he had the gold. He just needed the time. He could have pulled back. But he stayed there. He was confident that he would win that fight, and he was dead wrong. And now, green should have no problem getting to the center. And once he gets the gold, I don't see any way back for whoever our player in blue is. There should be no way back now. That was the final big fight of the game, I think. And blue is now running out of gold. Again, it's been food all game for him. He's had issues. He has a more compact base, which is nice, but he hasn't had the farm space. Yeah, and now you struggle because you die to plumed archers if you're making hand cannons. If you make skirms for the plumed archers, you die to the eagles. Rarely do players win from here, but rarely do players give up at this point when they know they're going to be out of an event. So blue's going to try. But even the eagles are in the eco now. This game's over. This game's over. Blue doesn't want to call it yet. But Hidden Cup 9 is going to move on. This is who a lot of people seem to think is Liereyy. I don't know if we've seen enough. I don't know if we're ever going to see enough to know is who the players are. But we did a vote earlier, and 40% of the Twitch chat thought it was Liereyy. About 50% of my chat thought that Hidden Cup 8 was Daut. We won't know until Saturday afternoon. Or, sorry, Sunday afternoon. And there's the GG. What a best of 5. That was an awesome game. I think the Indian player will be disappointed. Genuinely believe that had he pulled back there, green might not have forced the fight because there would have been choke points between the golds and the mining camps. And all he needed was 10 to 15 more hand cannons. And he had the gold for it, right? It's arguable if he had the food. I'm not too sure. But had he pulled back and sat behind his towers, I think that green, had he taken the fight, would have at least taken a worse fight. He definitely thought, he was either surprised by green, because green did come from the north. He was probably expecting him to come from the castle. Or he genuinely thought that he was going to win the fight. OMG, Viper out. Yeah, Viper's out, guys. Viper's out. Alright, there's the KD. It's alright, fanboys. We don't know who it was, okay? We don't know who it was. Alright, everybody. There we go. There's the resource difference. Look at that. Look at the food difference. Food difference is pretty huge. Wood difference is pretty huge. Even the gold difference. Green had more gold. That's because of the selling, though. So, it probably sold a lot of stone. He only had 3 castles. So, maybe it wasn't a bug on the overlay. He did get that extra stone pile. Actually, maybe 2 extra stone piles, in all honesty. That was a fantastic game. We're going to move out now and look at the brackets to give you an idea of what's coming up next. So, as you can see, it's just been updated. Hidden Cup 9 has just won. We will do more polls on who we think the next set of players are. We're going to see Hidden Cup 5 and Hidden Cup 12 play each other next. We will see Hidden Cup number 9 again tomorrow. So I'll show you the format once again. This is a 3-day event. Game 1 is always Arabia. Game 2 is always the loser of Game 1's home map. Game 3 is always the winner of Game 1's home map, and then Games 4 through 7 are from the map packs. So that was Game 4 in that last series. I need to update this, actually. Yeah, that was Game number 4, so that was from the map pack. The players are also there on the right, so we have TheViper, MBL, Slam, Daut, Tatoh, Liereyy, Nicov, Vivi, Yo, Riut, Fire, and Miguel. So we don't know exactly who was in the first set of matches, but we'll find out in a few days' time. Look at the map pool. Here are the maps. You can see Cross, Baltic, Arabia, El Dorado, Bedouins, Land of Lakes, Gold Rush, Golden Island, which is what we just saw, Scandinavia, and Chaos Pit. So we have a lot of maps for this tournament. And it is free civilization pick. So players can pick civilization, any civilization they would want. They just cannot repeat it in a series. Alright, and there's the prize pool breakdown, which is a bit off, actually. The prize pool is actually more for the champion, runner-up, and 3rd and 4th, because we've gotten some very generous donations to the prize pool on AoE Zone. So thank you, everybody who's done that. And guys, in about 5 minutes,